Blackhawks fans, you thought it couldn't get worse with your current GM after this past trade deadline. Some of the moves that Mr. Bowman has made lately, losing Erik Gustafsson for a third, not re-signing Robin Lehner. It's been an interesting time, but it can get worse. And in this series, it just might. Milbury Mode is finally here on the channel. For those of you who follow me on Twitch, you know all about Milbury Mode, and it is quite simple. What we do is we have built upon what TDI Hockey used to do. If you are not aware of TDI, of course, go check out his channel, just TDI Hockey on YouTube. Check him out. He has a series, or had a series, called Accepting All Trades. Pretty straightforward. What we've done is taken that to the next level, where not only do we accept all trades and potential waiver claims, but we hand over complete control of a franchise to the AI. The reason why this is called Milbury Mode is because the AI is terrible. Horrible when you give them complete control. And I mean complete control. We accept all trades, accept all waiver claims. The AI has full control over free agent signings, the staff this year. The AI controls all of it. Now, fun fact, you can see the AI build a cup-winning team out of it. That doesn't happen all that often. Really, it doesn't. With Milbury Mode, though, as well, and what the question will be heading into this series is you have the option to take back control. And that's what we're going to look to do. I'm going to battle the AI GM in terms of I'm going to look to build a winning team, and odds are Mr. Milbury here is going to try and tear down any forward progress that I happen to make. So not only am I battling all 30 other NHL GMs, I'm essentially battling my own co-GM in Mr. Milbury in this series. Now, the main question here is going to be limitations, and that's why this is sort of an episode 0, a setup episode, is because I want to hear from you in terms of how you think things should go down. The first question, the biggest question without a doubt, is when do I take control? Do we alternate years? So Milbury's in control for year 1, then I take control. Or does Milbury get 2 years to my 1? That's the main question. Personally, I think it would be more interesting to alternate every other year, but with extra limitations on it in terms of whether or not I'm allowed to immediately get rid of anybody that Milbury traded for or signed for. There's a lot of different ways we could go about it, so I wanted to leave it up to you in terms of what you think would be the most interesting, what would be the most challenging, and the most entertaining to watch. But one way or another, it's gonna be interesting to see if I can overcome this little bit of an extra obstacle. And what better team to use than the Chicago Blackhawks? Because as I talked about in the other series that started today, I don't often like to use teams that have won recently. And obviously the Blackhawks did a lot of winning within the past decade. But they're a very interesting team to use, of course, as, you know, they're on the decline a bit. Perhaps more so after this past trade deadline. So it's going to be interesting to see who Milbury trades away in the early stages. Although, I will say, for this first season, we are going to have computer trades and waivers off. So the rosters are going to stay the same up until the end of this first season. And then odds are we'll give Milbury control over the first offseason. We'll have to decide who goes first between myself and Milbury in terms of who gets a controlling option. Obviously, the first-year draft, very, very important. So it might be more interesting to see what Milbury can do with it. But yeah, I wanted to get this first little teaser episode out there, give you an opportunity to let me know what you think, leave your suggestions, and whatnot. Because I am very, very excited for this series, regardless of what extra obstacles and tweaks we happen to place upon this series. So let me know down in the description again what you think about everything that I just mentioned. Of course, with this series, we are using the updated rosters, my custom rosters though, so draft picks aren't going to totally be up to date, but everything else is good to go. All the extra created players that I've added in, of course, that EA can't afford to add, all of that information, of course, is with the editing doc, which should be in the description. If it's not, let me know. I'll put it there. I should hopefully remember to double check. You can find it fairly easily, though. So that will do it for this one. In the next episode, we get going. We'll be stimming through this first season. We'll see how this Blackhawks team can do before odds are Milbury gets his hands on it heading into this next season. So again, Hawks fans, you think your GM in real life is bad now. Oh, baby, just wait until the AI GM, affectionately known as Mike Milbury, the worst GM of all time, gets his hands on your precious Blackhawks. Will ADB be around for that much longer? Who's to say? Adam Boqvist? I don't know. Patrick Kane? Old Patty Kane might be hitting the old dusty trail sooner rather than later. I will see you all in the next one. Drop a like on the video if you're excited. Even if you're not, drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out everything in the description. Of course, the link to all the socials, Twitch, Discord, the Instagram, and Patreon as well. Shout out to my patrons. I do appreciate that extra bit of generosity for that lovely bit of bonus content that we give you over on that platform. I will see you all soon. Oh, Hawks fans, it's about to get more painful.